just the drawing that after a certain time I found it very appealing. I liked it. I like it. It's something very good, and I'm standing and looking at it, and that keeps me that kept me in the same like spot, right? I was not very motivated then to move forward. So what I did, I took all my drawings from the walls. If I decided to keep them, I just put them in some place that I just to forget about them, and just so I can focus on practicing things, right? And whenever I had a drawing like with the character design course and the final assignments that you were so kind to leave your critique, and that's how it all started, right? I like them. I still like them, but I don't have them around me because that disturbs me from being focused on other things, on moving forward and practicing, or thinking about next, let's say, small learning projects I have. And there is one more thing about this. How to describe it? I don't keep all my drawings. Okay, I showed you my the sketchbooks last time, and there was the first sketchbook, right, with some drawings, some things. I chose. Oh my God, I don't remember. I'm sorry. 100 best pages, right? And there were plenty of pages covered with drawings. I liked some of them, like sketches, some of the quick poses or some. But when I came back to them after 2 years, I just used them for making circles, because I was so aware after 2 years that they are not worth keeping. It's good to keep some of the drawings just to have a benchmark, just to be able to take a look back and to compare and to see the progress. That's important, to see the progress. But they are not pieces of art. Even some of the character design course assignments, I just recycle them and I use them for practicing more on other, because after a while I noticed that it's not a good drawing, right? It's not it's important step along the way, but it's not something that I should focus on now. So you're moving forward, right? And if you feel blocked, just try to think that it's not about the page. It's about your skill. It's about yourself. It's about improving your abilities. And the blank page simply cannot stand on your way in that process. All right, enough of theory. Enough of my thinking, let's say. Let's get to some practical things that might help you. All right, the most common color of sketchbooks is white. And white pages have something that, like you experience that, right? I think it's not about blank page fear. It's about white blank page fear. Some people are a little bit afraid of making a mark, or not very, a weak mark, like that the line that is not straight on, or the circle that is not circled round enough, right? It's just a page, and this is a tool, and this is your learning process, right? This is so, but this is something that you need to overcome in your head. What can help you in that? You can change the color, right? There are sketchbooks or paper, right? As I said, it doesn't have to be, I don't have a big one, but here I have a sketchbook I bought. It's so cool when I saw it, that, right, it's a tiny sketchbook for tiny drawings, but yeah, it's awesome. But it's white, right? And I have the same feelings. I don't want to ruin that sketchbook. I don't want to make circles in that. It was not perhaps very expensive, but I would like to have the feeling that when I open it, oh wow, that's a good drawing, and that's a just interesting sketch. I don't want to use the sketchbook for everyday practice, right? So you can find even a sketchbook, even cheap sketchbook, in this kind of color. It's a recycled paper, and it gives you, I don't have a clean one anymore, but it gives, it gives two, it has two advantages. One advantage is that when you are drawing on such kind of, well, it's not blank. Your brain will see that differently, not as white blank page, right? So it's like it's covered already, even if it's empty. The second thing is that when you are using this, and this is something I've learned from Peter Han, actually, he recommends to use such kind of notebooks at the beginning of drawing, of learning. When you draw on it, you already have a midtones on it, right? So some shading. And what you can do then, you can move from so the midtones, and you can try to to just darker the dark areas, just to, right? Okay, let's try to, I'm learning how to make a soft core shadow. It's funny that this is something also I discovered, that sometimes I'm learning shading. Well, actually, no. I'm learning how to make a how to make a soft core shadow, right? And that was my first, the biggest mistake when I was young. I was trying to draw a human figure, right? But I had to, after so many years, I figured that out, that I need to make a lot of steps backward to train the line, actually, right? And if you are unable, if you don't feel comfortable with a line, perhaps you need to think about something that is even before, right? But here, so as you can see, there is a core shadow, there is a, let's say, dark family, there should be a reflected shadow, reflected light around here, but I didn't put it here. And one more thing, I don't have a white maybe I do. Just give me, yeah, I do. Just give me a second. I need to sharpen that. Oh, to sharpen that, and I will show you something. Come on, faster. Okay. It's not the best white, but I hope you will see that. But you can then for making highlights and generally light areas, you can use white. I don't know how to. I don't remember how that's called in English. It's not a pencil, right? But you can put, you know, white spots and white edges, and it's more easy to control shading or lighting actually in this situation than in having a white page and, you know, and covering the page with the pencil and then leaving some areas, at least for some. This is also something that you need to figure out on your own, which approach is best for you. All right, so this is the second thing. So that kind of a paper, and you can go crazy, right? You can buy a set of colors. This is a sketchbook, but I don't have the the set of color paper sheet. Yellow, right, or any other color papers. Again, it's the same result, and sometimes it can give a very unexpected effects when you are drawing the same thing, like, I don't know, 2-minute quick poses on this thing, on this color and on this color. It gives different experience, and thanks to this switch, you can, along the everyday exercises, you can experiment with different things, like different medium, right? From pencil to felt pen, ball pen, even the regular pen, but I don't have one here, I guess. I will show you if I have it, but I don't actually. I don't know where it is. But I have a cool pen with ink, so you can differentiate your techniques and get familiar with different approaches, with different techniques, with different tools, different papers, doing everyday drawings, right? And then you can compare actually how it is to draw a quick poses with the felt pen, how it is to draw a quick poses with a ball pen, right? And this is additional knowledge that you get for free by experimenting, but by changing those things. All right. So changing the color of the paper is one thing,